Hello, how you doing out there?
Living in the danger zone.
This is for me the first time in Madrid with my band, but I think I used to play here with John Mayall, but it's a long time ago, so I can't remember. I've played here once before, which was in a town called, I'll try to pronounce it, Sas del Rey Catolico.
Oh, what's the
Luna Lanera Festival. I played there, I think, 3 years ago. I wished it had not taken 3 years to come back, but now I'm here. I hope that things go well, and I'm able to keep coming back on a regular basis. Like many other countries in Europe, I go to them every year. I go to England and Holland and Germany and Denmark and Norway and all these countries I go to every year, and I'd like to include Spain in that list.
And it's more than you can bear. You know there's so much evil, so many unaware. Hold out your hand, but nobody seems to care.
I've always been spiritual. I don't know if I ever wrote about it before. I just decided to write about it this time. I write about different things at different times, and I try to not write typical blues songs.
Keep the faith when hope is dead. There might be rough times up ahead. Lord.
The blues is an art form, and any art form has to grow, it has to change, it has to expand, it has to experiment. If it doesn't, it will die. It's very important that any form of art moves with the times, and that's really what I try to do. I'm very aware of the tradition, and I respect it, and I love it, and I played with many of the people that sort of invented the form: John Lee Hooker, Big Mama Thornton, Lowell Fulsom, Percy Mayfield, Pee Wee Creighton, people like that, Eddie Cleanhead Vinson. There's a long list of the old kind of blues guys I played with, but I want to take it somewhere else. I played the trumpet from the time I was about six, and I studied the trumpet. Yeah, I took lessons and played it in, orchestras in the school and all that, yeah. I love jazz. As a matter of fact, people say, well, what do you listen to on your iPod? And I'm probably sitting in the back of that van driving for hours. I probably have Sonny Rollins or Miles Davis or somebody going in my headphones.
I ain't a young man anymore, so that don't work for me. I'll remember what's cut you to the bone. Thinking more than my memories.
I think the highest point in my career has been the last 20 years with my own band. I've climbed the ladder steadily. It's been a lot of fun. As far as being a sideman, playing for somebody else, John Mayall was as high as you can go. after John Mayall, if you're a blues guitarist, after you're his guitar player, there's nowhere else to go except solo. You've hit the peak. And I think right now my band is better than ever. Sammy, the keyboardist, has been there 10 years now. Rick has been there 5 years, the bass player, and the drummer has been there for 3 years. I don't do sound checks, no, but I have a crew that will go down there and do it for me. The sound man's been with me 19 years. I know them probably too well. About me, there we go. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember a lot about Canned Heat because it was, I was very young, and I have been sober for 23 years, but I was not sober in Canned Heat. I mean, I do have memories of it. I have great memories of it. I'm still very close friends with Fito de la Parra, who's the drummer. And also the bass player at that time was Ernesto Rodriguez. I'm close friends with him. As a matter of fact, he played with me as a guest in San Francisco about a month ago. The rest of them are all dead. I still am very good friends with Larry Taylor, who's the old bass player, you know, who was the original bass player before Ernie Rodriguez. And so I still know those guys well. I love to get together with them. We have a great time. We have good stories. I have a lot of fun hanging out with them, but it's all kind of a misty cloud, the memories.
I'd hide through the mountain. Gotta bring my baby back.
Jimi Hendrix was a huge one, but he was not really the biggest. I would say guitar-wise, the two big ones would have been a guy named Michael Bloomfield, who played with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. He went on to have his own band called the Electric Flag. And the drummer in the Electric Flag was Buddy Miles, who went on to play with Jimi Hendrix. Michael Bloomfield also played on all the early records of Bob Dylan. He's on like a Rolling Stone, and he's on all that, but he was incredible. But drugs and alcohol got him. Very young, he got to a point where he couldn't play so good anymore, but when he was at his peak, he was magnificent. And the other one was a guy named Roy Buchanan, who was known really among guitar players. He never achieved big commercial fame. But if you look him up, he's all over YouTube. Roy Buchanan, Buchanan. Look him up, and he's astounding. And I had the experience of, I used to go see him when I was a kid and study him. And later in the Mayall band, we toured Germany together a couple of times, where he was our opening act. And we toured in a tour bus together, and we'd sit around in the bus and play. And I had to go on every night after him, which I didn't like. I didn't want to follow him, you know, because he was unbelievable. I think it's curious for anybody to be in the Tea Party. I don't understand it. I think the Republican Party is like wacky, and I don't understand it, and I think the Tea Partiers are even more far out there. I think America could use a little bit of socialism. So Mo Tucker, I can't answer for her, but I think she's out of her mind. I think maybe she took one hit of acid too many, and it set her off in the wrong direction. Or maybe she was with Lou Reed and took some heroin in the 70s. I don't know, but something made her wacky. Well, I've played some other guitars on records. You know, I did an album called The Outsider a couple years ago, and on that there's a song called You Can't Have It All, and I used an old Gibson 335 that the producer owned. I started off playing a Les Paul, but I got my first Stratocaster in 1970. So it's been a Strat since then, and it's just, for me, it's the perfect tool. It's the perfect brush to paint your picture with. This is Walter Trout, and you are right here watching Pop and Roll Music.